Here we are at Sky Harbor, Phoenix, Arizona. Getting ready for our next flight. We are preparing to head home. And that's right, we've actually left our Cessna and we are on our way to this beautiful Pilatus PC-12, which will carry us home to Cedar Rapids, where we will be picking up our Cessna 152. The 182 is going to stay here in Arizona for now. We've already done the necessary checks. Look at the difference. This will be the largest plane that Snoot Airlines has flown to date. So, let's get on up in there. We're going to go ahead and begin boarding right now. Anybody who wants to hop on in, you're just gonna get in through the... Just climb on up there, man. We don't got stairs or nothing. Hop on, lads. Join us as we milk the last of the daylight and get up in the air. Let's see, are we tall enough? Are we big enough, boy, to get up there and... Up. You just gotta believe. There you go. Hey, we made it. Well, here we are in the comfortable sheep shag seats. Look at that. Our armrests. Gotta make sure my co-pilot's nice and comfy. The way this thing gets booted up, I believe, is up here. So, let's take a look at what we're working with. Hello. Hello. Probably the best view is from the co-pilot seat. Switch on over to her. We are going to turn on the buses. Avionics Master, cabin bus, standby bus. And of course, the first one. We're going to go ahead and turn on the alternator and the battery generator over here. And lastly, turn the battery on. We don't need external power. Flip both batteries on. Hello, we do need the fuel pumps, and while we are down here, we're just going to flip these two center, beacon and nav. Alright, that's gonna, wow, look at that. The mysterious disappearing airport building. That's gonna go ahead and allow us to switch back to the pilot side. And hopefully we're doing this right. Both fuel pumps are on. That'll allow us to set ignition to on. Hit the starter. Whoops, we should have flipped it on first. Now we can hit the starter and look around. We should be free to start up. Clear prop. Clear prop. So, hit the master caution. What are we missing here? Take one quick look. Do we need external power? No, sir, we do not. Let's try it again. Standby is armed. There we go. Looks like we got it going. We can hear out on the runway. We actually have another person about to take off. There he goes. Mark Phillip 911. Look at that. We'll actually watch him take off. I wonder if he's on the takeoff right now or if he's just taxiing. How cool is that? We're going to go ahead and let our craft, he is just taxiing currently, we're going to go ahead and let our craft warm up here as we take a look at our flight plan. We have a nice flat flight plan going to take us up and past the reservoir. Once we hit the reservoir, we're going to fly up through the canyon. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Head across the city of Phoenix. Head up through the canyon to the reservoir. Head up through the reservoir to the native reservation. Then we're going to head straight back through to Albuquerque Canyon, hook south so that we don't hit the Vegas Mountain, and whoops, this is the Albuquerque Passage. We're going to hook south so that we can land the Albuquerque Passage, head north, hook south of the Vegas Mountain, and there we are. Clear to go all the way to Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Clear through. Take a glimpse around here. First off and foremost, we're going to want to switch this on over to... Oops. There we go. The simulated reality cam, alright. Next is our barometer, which we will be setting shortly. Baro. Switch back to the previous point. Alright, so there's our EFB right there. I hear some engines out there. Hey, there he is, Mark Phillip. Looks like he's taxiing on down, trying to find somewhere to park. I hope we're not parked in a spot. Oh, goodness gracious, we're about to have a Tenerife incident. ATC, why aren't you doing your job? Here he comes, big Mark Phillip 91, bringing in the Boeing 767. Shoutouts to Mark Phillip, hope you're having a great time. Let's get back in here. The plane's nice and warm now, doing good. The temperature is not incredibly cold here in Phoenix, Arizona, but it is a cold one. We are going to prepare for our return flight. Alright, let's go. Exit cursor mode, first and foremost. Getting up the maps here. Gotta have those ready. Alright. Got the controller ready ready. We have a nice warm drink here. Can't have a flight without a warm drink. Now it is time to take care of the rest of the lights. While we're up here, let's get the wing light on, as well as the, what is this, the strobe light. Fantastic. Taxi and landing lights will be on. As well as our pulse lights will be turned on. They'll be switched to pulse as we fly. No smoking. And seatbelts. Ding. On takeoff. Please fasten your seatbelts. There will be no smoking until we are in the air, because your captain has no smoke, so until he gets some, no one gets to smoke. Ha ha ha. I'm just kidding. Let's focus forward. We are nice and idled up. Mark Phillip 91 behind us. He actually looks like he's left his craft. No matter. Time to adjust our throttle. as well as our mix. Where is our throttle? Where does it sit? Here's our throttle, as well as flaps, which are up. What are we looking at? The PFD is nice and bright, which will need to be because this is going to become a night flight very soon. All the lights are turned on. Map brightness. So let's add a little bit to that. Where's the glare shield, huh? How serious is the glare shield looking? Yeah, we'll leave it on for now. It's good enough for me. Down here we have throttle, flaps. What is this? The trim? Pitch trim. We will set us up to 1 point of trim for takeoff. Looking good. On the PC-12, I believe oxygen is not modeled. Intercom. Home. Check and go. Alright, we don't gotta worry about that. We do not have to worry about much else. Looks to be good. What is she hiding over there? Bleed engineer. The dump cart. We're not worried about any of that. Looks like there's the oxygen lever. The oxygen lever. We're gonna go ahead and hope this thing works. We're gonna be ascending to about 16,000 feet tonight. So we're going to leave it down for now as we take off. Landing gear. Get this out of the way. Take a look. What do we have here? Pitot heat. The de-ice. Turn the de-ice off on takeoff. Propeller de-ice. Airframe de-ice. All the de-icing is going to be turned off. Fantastic. Look around. There's Mark Phillip. I thought I seen him walking around. He is at the gate. Look at that. Ready to board. Ready to load up. We're going to go ahead and get on the horn now. Tune to the ATIS. Sky Harbor ATIS. What's the forecast?
Sky Harbor Airport Information Golf 0000 Zulu. Wind 220 at 7.
Wind is 220.
10. Sky condition 14,100 scattered. Temperature 22. Dew point -7. Altimeter tree 012. ILS runway 25 left. Visual runway 25 right and ILS runway 26 in use. Landing and departing runway 25 left. Runway 25 right and runway 26. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have golf.
Alright, so first off, let's tune our barometer.
Sky Harbor Airport Information Hotel 0000.
Barometer is...
220 at 7. Visibility 10.
Whoops, it's reading again. We don't want that. We're gonna get the Sky Harbor Airport information. Wind coming out of 220, which means we're gonna want to take off into 220. Runway 25L and R are in use, so one of those is what we're gonna be taking off from. Let's get the passengers boarding.
Phoenix ground. Smith Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. Could you please get the passengers on board?
Could you please get the passengers on board?
Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. The jetway is going to be connected.
Fantastic. So there you are. You, the viewer, are on that tram right there. Heading on over to board. We already have boarding taken care of.
Phoenix ground. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. I am done with the boarding.
I am done with the boarding as well. So, we didn't fix our altimeter. Altimeter needs to be tree 012. There we go. Tree 012 altimeter. We'll set this as well. Tree 012, come on now. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. Cabin light. Do we need cabin light? Just for now. I don't think we do, to be honest. Map brightness. We do need a map brightness, but not cabin light. Which one of these was cabin light? I'm starting to go insane here. Ah, there we go. I was gonna say, I could have sworn there was a secret hidden that we didn't know about. What are these? Any of the others split in half? That one is. Panel lights. Glare shield. Alright. Should be fine. All the lights. They're not as bright as I would like them, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and go back to clearance. We're going to be taking off from either runway 25L or 25R. Let's find out. 25L or R. Which one's closer? That's what I'm going to be taking off from. Runway 26, 25L, 25R. Hello. 7L, 7R. There it is, 25R. It's probably going to be our guy. So we're going to request runway 25R. Get back. Look behind us. Let's get it requested. Back to clearance. Request taxi. So, what direction are we going to be going from 25R? We're going to be going north or south? Do we want to head to the north? Yeah. We'll head to the... It's eastbound. I'm silly. Eastbound. Get back in the horn now. Here we go. Depart to the east. Eastern departure.
Phoenix ground. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er with hotel.
We have
Request
hotel.
Taxi for takeoff. East departure.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. Taxi to and hold short of runway 26 via taxiway Charlie Hotel Bravo Charlie Charlie 8 Bravo Bravo 1 Tree. Contact tower on 118.7 when ready.
Confirm that. That's going to be taxi to and hold short of runway 26 Charlie Hotel Bravo Charlie Charlie 8 Bravo Bravo 1 Tree.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 using taxiway Charlie Hotel Bravo Charlie Charlie 8 Bravo Bravo 1 Tree. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
most likely what that means is taxi 2 and hold short, runway 26. Oh, they're actually not even sending us down there. They're sending us up to runway 26. So we're probably going to taxiway up here. Charlie. One of these is going to be Charlie Hotel Bravo. Most likely the center one. Gonna go on straight up here and hit the hold short. So let's do it. We need to turn on reverse thrust. Alright. Let's see if this bad boy is good enough to reverse with its reverse thrust. Caution now. Park, cut throttles. What's the caution? We'll just reset that reverse thrust there. Get back on the horn now. What we really want is a tug to get us out of here. But we'll go ahead and try it one more time. Let's see if we can get this bad boy spun up. Turn off the parking brakes. They should be off. We should be ready to go forward. With our reverse thrust on now, here's hoping that it's not forward thrust. We're going to slowly begin to apply little throttle. Take a quick look behind us. Hit the caution now. As long as we don't go into the yellow, everything should be fine. Okay, let's cut things. We're not having any luck here. Parking brake on. Just to be sure we don't have chocks on or anything. Let's get out real quick. No chocks. We're good to go. Propeller is uncovered. We're good. Hop back in. Oh, come on now. Let me in, brother. Oh my goodness. How embarrassing is this? Close our comms. Let's see. Is it gonna let us in? That's okay. Let's take a quick look. I think I know the answer to this. We'll head on over to controls. See our assigned controls. There should be one called take control of character. Assigned. Where is it? We don't have it assigned. Let's assign it real quick. Take control of character. That will be assigned to L1 and R1. Let's go. Get out of here. Hit it. Back in the cabin. We're doing good. Get back into the cabin here. Okay, well, only one option now. That's attempt to call up the ground. See if we can get a tug. Can we? Ground services, 1, 2, 3. No, sir, nothing to help us. That's okay. One more time. We're gonna get back on here. Under controls, I believe we'll just type in tug. Okay, not quite. Should be under the radio controls, so let's just go down there real quick. I believe it's under radio. Might be under comms, actually. ATC ground service equipment. There we are. Hey. Request pushback. There we go. R1 and square. That's what we need. We need a pushback tug. Close. And it appears we cannot get one. Come on, Sky Harbor. What are you doing? Alright, well, only one option. We have forward thrust. Parking brake is off. We're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. We are taxiing now. Or at least we're pointing a different direction. Once more, right before we get it going. Are all our lights ready? Are we truly ready to move from where we are? Yes, sir. This is Snoot Airlines, Flight 939. Just being sure. We don't want to crash this big old turboprop monstrosity. Does everything look good? It does. They said we needed to taxi to the hold short of runway 26. So we're going to take a right, and then we're going to take one more right. Let's go ahead and do it. Close that EFB. Look around, we're good to go. So, remove the parking brake. Peek of the nose. Really riding the brakes here. In fact, while we're doing this, let's switch over to low power mode. Fantastic. Remove that parking brake. Charlie Hotel Bravo. Charlie. There's our runway. We're gonna get on this yellow line right here. And taxi our way down. Of course, we're gonna need to really start riding those brakes.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er. Hold position. Caution the Ember ERJ on the taxiway.
Right. Hold position, I'm holding. Charlie 8. I think they said something about Charlie 8.
Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er, continue taxi.
Yep, this is how we got on. Let's continue.
Roger. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er. Hold position. Caution the Ember ERJ on the taxiway.
Hold position.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er, continue taxi.
Continue taxi.
Roger. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er.
Alright. Alright, we're gonna line up behind this big boy right in front of us. Get nice and level here. Yeah, we're really gonna want to go nice and slow now. Riding the brakes, take a quick peek behind us. Is there anybody? There is those fellas. That's all we can hear is jet engines whirring up, driving us crazy. Here we go, dead on that yellow line. Okay, we reset our eyes. Wheel on the brake a little bit. We're starting to build up more speed than I would like on the taxi. Look both ways. Our turn is coming up on the next series of lefts. Those green dots are going to signify us. So let's peek on over the nose. We're going to head to the hold short point. And is that to the left here? I believe it is, actually. Or is it one more up? How embarrassing. I hope it's not. There we go. One more up, just in case. We should have gone one down, but no matter. We'll treat this as a hold short point and call up the tower. We're going to request VFR clearance.
Phoenix Tower, Smooth Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, ready for departure to the east at runway 26.
We are ready indeed.
Smooth Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, altimeter tree 012 traffic is Airbus A320 on final. East departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 26.
Alright, we're cleared.
Cleared
Let's
for
go.
takeoff runway 26. Smooth Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
Alright, hey, we just want to remind everyone to fasten your seatbelts once more before takeoff. This is Snoot Airlines Flight 939 preparing for Phoenix, Arizona Sky Harbor departure on our way to the Eastern Iowa Airport, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Go ahead and remove the low power button. Everything is set, of course. Turn off those taxi lights. Turn on the landing lights. Switch that from on to pulse. The craft is good. We're cleared for takeoff. Tonight we will be cruising at an altitude of about 16,000 feet. Look both ways, and here we go. Remove the parking brake. Throttle up to half. And we will continue from here. Spinning the engines on up. We should have spun them up a little bit more before takeoff.
No takeoff.
Here we go. We're throttling up to yellow. This is where we want to be. We're going to stay on the line. Full throttle now. Waiting for rotation. We're going to stay on line to about 145.
American Tree 1 Tree 2. Exit
150.
runway when able.
155 is rotation. Begin pulling back. Not quite. Can we get up? Rotation at 165. There we go. It was not clean. It was not good. Lift the flaps. Lift the takeoff gear.
American 2 tree 0 tree. Exit runway when able. American tree 1 tree 2. Exit
Pull back on the
runway
throttle.
when able. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er. Leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Nice. Our stuff is up. So we'll switch on out.
Phoenix Tower, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er, frequency change.
We are at 2,500 feet. We're going to begin our eastward departure. Of course, we can see down here. We don't really need the EFB.
Exit runway when able. American tree 1 tree 2. Exit runway when able.
It is time.
Tree 1 tree 2. Contact ground on 119.75.
Do we need to switch over? We're getting a lot of calls here. Let's tune on over.
Shammer approach. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er is type Phoeniz PC 12. 1 miles west of Alpha Zulu 72, 3300. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er. Chandler approach. Squawk 0044.
Squawk 0044. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Squawk 0044. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er. Radar contact 2 miles southwest of 0 Alpha Zulu 6, 4800. Cleared for the Bravo airspace.
Nice.
Maintain all navigation.
So we are cleared. Let's acknowledge that.
Bravo airspace. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Fantastic. We are now on track. Let's level our wings. We can see some other players here in the greater Phoenix Metro. Jaybird 77. Maybe the only one, actually. We are continuing to climb at 7,000 feet and climbing. Resetting our cams. Let's stay online and on track.
Alpha, Lima 9er tree 9er. You're leaving my airspace. Radar service terminated. Squawk 1200.
Squawk 1200. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Squawk 1200. Frequency change approved. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er. Shammer approach. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
8,500. Slowly climbing.
2 miles northwest of Alpha Zulu 02, 8,500. Request flight following.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er. Chandler approach. Squawk 5275.
5275. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Squawk 5275. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
We will continuing to climb all the way.
Snoot Sierra Alpha
16,000.
Lima 9er tree 9er. Radar contact 1 miles northeast of Papa 18, 9600. Altimeter tree 012.
Altimeter tree 012. Roger. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Fantastic. We have our wings on. We can see some other players having fun.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er contact Albuquerque Center on 125.4. Good day.
125. Contact 125 decimal 125. Read that back.
Shammer approach. Didn't copy. Please say again for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er. Snoot Sierra Alpha, Lima, Niner Tree, Niner contact Albuquerque Center on 125.4. Good
Contact 125.4 for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner.
Going to 125.4, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner.
Continuing to climb. Now we sit at 1,000. A little 12,000. Let's go ahead and pull the futile oxygen lever. Hopefully it does something. Climbing, we're gonna slow our climb by adding 2 points of negative trim. A big beast like this, you really gotta let that trim sink in. So we're gonna, for the next 20 seconds or so, just let it do its own thing. We are still climbing. Weather, terrain, that's what we care about. We are still climbing, so remove another 1 point of trim. We're going to attempt to achieve level flight at about 16,000 feet today. Another player, J. Conrad, 15, sitting out there over in Phoenix. And one out the left. Matt the Weaver, 55. Let's go. Continuing to climb, -1 single point of trim. Looks like we are at our first point of interest, so we're gonna switch to the next one. Just confirming that on the EFB, our first point of interest is this flyover here. So now we will adjust as we head to Point Leahy. I wonder if our VOR lines are going to help here. As you can see, our plane should be intersecting with our line here. Slowly we are intersecting, so if we can get that VOR line lined up, we won't have to be bringing up our bright-ass EFB this whole flight, which is fantastic. Remove 1 point of trim because we're still climbing. We're now at 15,000 feet. Our VOR line is, for the most part, VOR lined up. Aircraft is functioning well. Heading is 060. 15,300. Still climbing. Time to turn on our anti-ice. Pitot heat on. While we're up here, let's get the de-ices. Normal. Normal. Airframe de-ice. We don't need the airframe to de-ice. We will propeller de-ice though. And the air inertial separator. Alright, fantastic. We are going to turn our fuel pumps off because we still have them on. Turn them to auto anyways. Fantastic. 16,000 now, we're too high. add 1 point of trim and boost up just a little. We don't want to fall as fast as we are falling. Get ready. Push forward ever so slightly to stop this balloon up. There we go. Let's peek over the nose. We should be approaching the valley here. We're gonna fly up the canyon, in and over. Since we're above the mountains, we're actually just gonna fly straight on through. Add 1 point of positive trim. The mountains of the reservation. I do believe we have left Arizona at this point. We are crossing into New Mexico, right below us. Take a look. There it is. We flew down. Last night coming in, we flew down from here. Hooked on through and then flew down. From there you could see the beautiful city of Phoenix stretching as far as the eye could see. And in fact, behind us, we do have a beautiful sunset. Of course, for us, we have a long haul ahead of us. Put the yoke back. Exit cursor mode. And back on up. We're now at 16,700, so we'll add 1 point of negative trim, as it looks like we're sitting relatively level. Make that 2 points of negative trim. So we're actually going to ignore our VOR lines here for a second, and yeah, because we don't need to fly up the valley. We're just going to fly straight on through. So adjust our heading here ever so slightly to the north. There we are. We're going to sit at about 060 relatively. 050. There we go. 16,040. 1 positive point of trim. We are leveled at 16,000. Do we need to contact anybody? Let's do an Albuquerque Center. Contact them. Albuquerque Center. Can we get a flight following?
Albuquerque Center. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, 16,000.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. Albuquerque Center, altimeter tree 015. Radar contact continue.
Tree 015. Tree 015. And he said continue. We don't need to respond to that. 16,100. We have gone a little higher than we liked. There we go. 16,000. Back below and level. Let's get our wings leveled out here. We're falling below 16,000, so let's add 1 positive point of trim now. Peek over and see if we can see any of the beautiful land of New Mexico. Not much. A bit of a hazy one today. We are going at 210 knots. Almost twice as fast as we were going last. So, hopefully, makes a difference. What's going on with our points of proximity now? Message clear. Clear the message. There we are. Center on us. Focus back on our VOR lines. Oh, having an issue here. I hope it resets. Come on now. There we go. Looking good. 16,100 minus 1 point of trim. Ever so slightly.
Alpha Lima 9er.
List to the north.
Contact Albuquerque Center on 125.4. Good day.
125.4 for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
125.4. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
Gonna confirm that. Contact over. Contact.
Albuquerque Center. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. 15,900.
15,900
Snoot
feet.
Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. Albuquerque Center. Altimeter 3016. Radar contact. Continue.
Continue. So, no response needed. Tree 016. We will fix our altimeters there. Again, our main readout having some issues. 3016. We're going to adjust our altimeter there as well. Has us sitting at 15,900 and losing, so we're actually going to add 1 positive point of trim now. Our VOR lines, you know, a little bit northbound, but overall looking good. Overall looking good. Alright, maybe we could turn the cabin lights out. Cabin lights off. 0%. Glare shield brightness. Let's turn that to 0%. See what it does. Well, it did something. Yeah, we don't really mind about that. We are starting to list off of our path, it would believe. There we go, sitting at 16,000. We have achieved level flight. This is our cruising altitude. Overall, our wings are very, very leveled. It almost looks like our plane is leveled down. We're gonna stop the pulse, driving me a little silly. We're actually just gonna switch those over to regulars. Fantastic. Landing and takeoff lights are both off. Our path is set, but again, we are very slowly drifting, so let's compensate for that. It's okay to drift, actually, because our drift will take us eastward. Skip to the next. Skip to the previous. Skip to the next one. Come on. There we go. Fantastic. We are back online. The darkness is really coming in. If anything, shit's actually a bit too bright for me in here. Let's go 75% on everything. Got the BFD to about 75. Feeling a little bit of turbulence here. Let's just make sure everything is okay. Is it? Yes, indeed, it is. Still online. Just a bit south, rather. At 16,420. We're going to lose 1 point of trim now. Because we're sitting just a little high. Minus that 1 point of trim now. And you can see we're slowly now beginning to descend, so... Level the wings out here. Level them out. There you go. Nothing too crazy.
Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er, contact Albuquerque Center on 132.9er.
132.9er. That's for Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er.
Going to 132.9er. Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er.
16,400 and slowly losing. Our heading is at about 040. We're going to adjust it to about 050, 060 even. Ever so slightly wheeze off to the right now. Is there anything we can do about these dreaded cabin lights? I don't believe there is. Cabin lighting. Well, we're going to go ahead and light things back up there for all our guests, first off and foremost. Focus back forward now, just to be sure. How are our engines looking? Flaps are up. The engines are doing good. They're all in a healthy zone. The temperature is nice and cool. Gonna drift ever so slightly to the north. Where are we? Let's confirm on our map. KSOW, the town of Sholo, Arizona. Yep, that's Sholo coming up. Remember last time we actually went to the south of Sholo. This time we're just going to be shooting straight on through. Fantastic. Let's keep going. Level out our wings now. We're not going to go directly over the town. We are going to go just to the south, the southeast, ever so slightly. Starboard side. Behind us, we can see the last licks of the sunset fading. Below us, the rocky mesas and plateaus of Arizona and New Mexico. So the turbulence has our wings not really as level as we like. Let's level them out. There we are. Fantastic. 16,000 and falling. We're going to add 1 positive point of trim now. Climb about 500 feet, remove a point. Fall about 500 feet, we add a point. Do we need to contact Albuquerque Center? We do.
Albuquerque Center. Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er, 16,000.
Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er, Albuquerque Center, altimeter tree 0, 2 tree, radar contact continue.
Well, he said continue, so we actually don't need to respond. Here we go. This is our new heading. We have a VFR target in front of us. There's a split in the highway. We're going to go ahead and go over to it. And there we go. 16,000. Slowly climbing. It's a lovely night up here. A couple clouds, nothing too serious. Ahead of us we do see some overcast. Visibility is not as clear as we would like, but it's okay. It's not too bad. Perfect for VFR flight. Fantastic. So that's between points of interest. Maintain on 050, 051, 060. 16,100. Again, we're slowly climbing, but that's okay. Because as soon as we remove that point of trim, we'll begin falling. Very slowly, at a speed of maybe even below 1 per second here. We are climbing at about 2 feet per second, give or take. We're gonna wheel back on the throttles actually ever so slightly. VOR lines say we're good. To the left, below us, is Show Low, Arizona. It looks different from so high up. Last time we were about 7,000 feet below where we are now, and all these cities looked way, way bigger. Show Low. 16,300. We're starting to climb and we're starting to gain, so we're going to remove that 1 point of trim and see what it does. We're going to stay on this heading for quite some time now. Hopefully, some of this overcast smog goes away. It's kind of rough to see up here, in truth. We have a friend over there, 2 of them. Landon P45 and Aussie 903. That's a lot of other players. Of course, we're playing by Phoenix, Arizona, so it should be expected. But yeah, we've been running into many other friends. What a glorious time. So this should be the next point of interest. I'm hoping it is. Our VFR lines say we're doing fantastic. We're actually still gaining altitude at 16,400, so we're going to remove 1 point of trim now. Level our wings. Maintain heading. Our VFR line is happy here. We can really hear those turboprop engines spinning, whirring. This is not a jet, this is a turboprop. Getting nice and comfy here. We're gonna fall 100 more feet. And look at that, on our main computer, mimicking the EFB, there we are, in the bottom left corner. Everything is good, everything is fine. adjust heading ever so slightly so that we are on those VFR lines, VOR lines, pardon me. And, yes. Add just a little bit of engine power. 39.4. We want to add enough engine power that we stop falling. Come on now. .3 is about what we're gonna get. We're gonna have to add that point of trim back. 1 point of trim added back. Squeeze the wings to the left ever so slightly, and I mean ever so slightly. Just the slightest bit of input there. That's all we need. Even what I'm about to give is gonna be too much. But there we go. Level things off.
Snoop Sierra, Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er, contact Albuquerque Center on 124.325.
124.325. Contact for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er, Tree 9er. Let's do it.
124.
We're heading too far north. We need to adjust now. Our VFR target is this blinking beacon in front of us. I'm not sure if you can see it on the stream. I know I have low fidelity. There it is. Blinking beacon. VFR target. We're going to fly right on over. At 16,100. Things are going good. We have comfortable level flight. We are going to turn off our no smoking light now that we have cruise. No smoking is off, of course. If you have it, smoke it. Level those wings once more. Find our heading. The darkness is coming in. There's a bit of haze up here. It's kind of rough. Kind of rough to see what's in front of us. Not impossible, but also these accursed these lights, these cabin lights. I really wish I knew how to turn them off. Unfortunately, I don't believe I do know how to. No matter what can you do. Time to focus back forward. Just be sure we aren't being blown off course. Again, 16,400 feet. That's my enemy. We're climbing. Remove 1 point of trim and begin to descend ever so slowly. Originally, we had set this up to fly through Albuquerque. Bring up our EFB. KSJN airport is right below us. That's St. John's. Close our cursor mode here. It definitely is getting a bit overcast up here. Really can't see. We're gonna go ahead and fly on over St. John, and we're gonna fly straight up to Albuquerque. Just doing a quick peek on out. Here's the town of St. John. There we go. This should be our path here. Alright, we're actually just going to maintain this heading all the way straight up to Albuquerque. This little deviation right here, again, was just going to keep us aside from some mountains. So we're just going to maintain this heading right here. Heading 050. Level our wings out. And for the next 10 to 15 minutes, we're at the halfway point. So however long we've been flying right now, we're going to continue flying. Honestly, I'm not sure how long that is. Reset the stream. About an hour. Wow. Ain't no way. 30 minutes seems a bit more apt, doesn't it? We've been in the air for about 30 minutes now. We are drifting, so let's fix that. Too far north is a problem. Heading 040, we want to get to 050 for the most part. 045, 046, let's go, let's keep going. 050, heading 050, there we go. Level out the wings. 15,900 and falling. We had one single point of positive trim. Now we begin to climb. We have cruising altitude. Slowly climbing. Perhaps we could pull back on this throttle ever so slightly. And all we have to do is maintain heading 050. We're heading 049 right now, so that one single degree makes a big difference when you're going for thousands of miles. Oh, 48, slowly drifting to the north. We need to drift to the east. Out our side windows, we have a nice, lovely view, but out the front, we really don't have much going on, especially with all this overcast weather. 047, slowly drifting to the north. Tilt those wings. Tilt them east. 048. Come on now. 048, 049, let's get it going. Tilt those wings. 048. 049. There we go. Heading 050. We're even going to let it continue on drifting eastward to 055 at the most. 16,500 is our max, so remove that point of trim. Begin to lose the trim. $16,500 slowly falling. We hope everyone is comfortable back there, Snoot City. We thank you for flying Snoot Airlines with us tonight. We've achieved cruising altitude at 16,000, flight level 16,000. Our estimated time of arrival is within the next 3.5 hours. Our time is currently 7:53 p.m. local time. That's United States Central Standard Time. I believe it's actually 6:53 p.m. Over in Arizona, New Mexico. as they're in mountain time. We're going to go ahead and send the flight attendants and stewardesses back there. If you're interested in any beverages, any snacks, just go ahead and speak up. Nice and level. We've achieved comfortable flight here. We should be able to save quite a bit of time with this straight line detour as well, rather than hooking to the south. Let's go ahead and bring up the next point of interest on our little map here. There we go. And comfortable enough, I'm actually going to let the co-pilot keep us level. Hey, baby. There she is. And, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, so let's set our heading. Make sure it's a good heading. 051, it even needs to be a little more eastern. .055 is what I would like. Drift the wings to the left now, level it out. Drift the wings to the left, I said. 058 16, flight level 6163 and falling. We have achieved level flight. Again, this is our heading. This is where we're going to stay. And here we go, returning to level our wings out. The northbound tilt is real. We have lost about 10 points of our radial compass here. No matter, we've leveled out at heading 055, putting us on a direct track up north. Past Albuquerque. We're going to maintain this track until we hit north of Albuquerque, at which point we can adjust our trajectory for Vegas. Heading a bit too far to the north. We're going to need to maintain between heading 055 and 056 if we want to make that a reality. We've leveled out here. It looks like it's 16,280 feet as we begin to descend. Heading 060 now. Again, level out those wings. Level flight overall. We are slightly gaining, but not quite time to adjust our EFB there. Wings, squeeze them to the right, just a little bit. Starboard side now. Let's glance out over the landscapes. They're much to look at. Not really. we see a couple of plateaus, mesas, dunes, elevated terrain, but no mountains. Nothing to worry about. A couple highways. Very far in the distance, quite a ways away, we can begin to make out the lights of the glorious city of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Off in the distance. Looks to be a good 200 miles away, if I had to guess. Let's do a direct to and see what it tells us. How far away are we? Basically 93 nautical miles. Give or take, I assume 120 to 150 miles. We're actually going to use that as a VFR setting as we adjust. We want the lights of Albuquerque to be basically right in the center of our propeller. So, heading 065, almost going on 067 now. Alright, we actually are going to go just a little to the left of Albuquerque. There's no reason to overshoot straight through. We don't need to just shoot straight through. We want to shoot to the left. So, there's our vector right there. We can see it. VFR. We're gonna fly past point K Laz over here and keep that to our left and this to our right. We're just gonna shoot straight on through there, 16,200 feet. We don't really need to mess with the trim. We have overall level of flight. Not much turbulence, fortunately. The sun has finally gone down. It is officially the dusk evening. Heading 066. Do we need to contact anybody? Tune Albuquerque Center. Contact Albuquerque Center.
Albuquerque Center, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9 Tree
Alpha
Niner,
Lima 9, Tree 9,
16,300.
Albuquerque Center, altimeter tree 028, radar contact, continue.
Tree 028. He said continue, so we don't need to respond. We do need to adjust our barometer here. There we go. Tree 028 on heading 063. Perfect. Perfect. 16,000. Flight level 16,440 and gaining. We're going to remove that 1 point of trim. It served us well, but it can only serve us so well. Adding 1 point of negative trim so that we can begin to lose altitude. Level the wings because we actually do not need to continue going to the north. Level them out now. Nice and easy and cozy and comfortable. Here we go. Albuquerque steadily growing on our horizon. We are just going to maintain. Alright, so at 16,000 feet now, we add that 1 point of trim back. And watch as it makes a rather large difference. It really does. Our nose will begin to rise once more. Looking out the windows. Looking at the windows. We just looking at the windows. Not a lot. We're still over the massive expanses of New Mexico and Arizona right now. Look to the left. Look to the right. We're good. The time is currently 8:03 p.m. So our flight computer over here needs switched over to the next that is point whatever NM, which is directly to our south. 0.83 NM to be exact, so we're actually going to switch to the next one, which has point KLAZ. The next, skip to the next. Here we go. KLAZ, Kilo Lima Alpha Zulu. Point Kilo Lima Alpha Zulu. Add 1 point of trim now. We're just going to maintain on heading at 06 tree until we appear. Indeed, we should be appearing Albuquerque. Indeed, we will go more to the lefternmost edge of Kirky up here as we hook to the north. We don't want to go too far north, you see. We want to maintain between, it's a fine line. We're trying to shoot to the north of AE, but to the south of Vegas. Heading 060 is probably going to be our best shot for that. Here we go, heading 060, and we're going to maintain at least until we hit Albuquerque. 16,500 feet. As we climb, remove 1 point of trim to take care of that. Rather comfortable heading. I'm certainly not complaining. We have the cabin heat going, I believe. We have a nice, comfortable bit of anti-ice. Hello over there. Beautiful. Don't mind me. The dump guard. We don't need it. None of those are my concern. Bring our yoke back up. We still have our oxygen on. What is our heading? 059. We do need to adjust heading. So, list the wing starboard side so we can head eastward. Heading 060 is our destination. Currently at 059, Niner. By dipping that wing to the right, we are making a difference. And then we put it right back where it was to get level. Oh, 6-1. Wings to the left. Pull back. Oh, 6-2. There's a healthy heading right here. I'm sure that we can maintain here. And as such, we see point Kilo Lima Alpha Zulu right here to our right. Somewhere out in front of the co-pilot. Co-pilot, can you see it there? There it is, lit up, just barely in the distance. Should be point KLAZ right there. back to the main pilot's table. 060, keep the wings level, 16,480 feet. It is an absolute joy flying this massive turboprop Pilatus, especially compared to the single-engine Cessnas that I'm used to. Level flight, we have no hands on the yoke. We are not being buffeted by clouds or turbulence. We have a level flight at about 16,500 feet. We have a comfortable heading. We have plenty of anti-ice to fly higher than we've ever flown. It's a grand plane. It's unfortunate that we're just borrowing it. Eventually, I would love to upgrade to it. But as it stands right now, we are returning to Cedar Rapids, Eastern Iowa Airport, where we'll switch out for our own personal Cessna 152. On the way down, we ran into some mechanical failures. So, fortunate. Let's go ahead and look at the grand picture. Are we still online for Vegas? It looks like we are. This indeed is Albuquerque, as we can see the mountains rising in the background. The Albuquerque mountain is going to be on the right, and the Vegas mountain is over there to the left. So that's what we're just going to do. Skirt just to the left of Albuquerque's mountainous terrain. And then we'll skirt just to the right of Vegas's mountainous terrain. Yeah, nice and comfortable. So we're actually climbing. We're almost at 17,000 feet now. Let's remove 1 point of trim and see what it does for us. Alright, nice and cozy and comfortable and happy here. We're having a good time. We're doing good, and we hope you are too here at Snoot Airlines. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Hope you're having a good start to your night, or hope you're having a good morning, depending on where you live, right? Snoot, we normally run these flights a little later. Time is, again, currently 8:11 p.m. Normally we start at about 2 or 3 a.m., so good to get the last bit of daylight out before we take off. But by the time we land, it will be certified night flight. So our main computer giving us some issues once more. Come on now. Give it the old Fonzie fix it method. You just tap on it a couple times. Say, hey.
Albuquerque approach on 127.4.
Contact 12.74. 127.4, pardon me. For Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 939er.
Going to 127.4. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 939er.
Alright, and I'll call them on up. In fact, 12.4. Get them on the horn. And call them. Hello. Hello?
Approach. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, 16,100.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, Albuquerque approach. Altimeter tree 022, radar contact. Continue.
Tree 022, a big fan of the continue message. We don't need to respond. We just need to continue. 3022, let's fix our altimeter. So, that actually says, with the new altimeter's readings, we're below 16,000. So, of course, add a positive point of trim. Add 1 point of trim.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, contact Albuquerque Center on 124.325. Good day.
124.325, contact for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
124.325. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and switch on over. 124.325 and contact them. Hello.
Albuquerque Center, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner, 16,100.
16,100 and climbing.
Snoot Sierra, Alpha Lima Niner, Tree Niner, Albuquerque Center, altimeter tree 022. Radar contact, continue.
Continue, yes sir. We are just passing Albuquerque, right below us. There it is. So we are going to go ahead and attempt to skirt the mountain.
Snoot Sierra, Alpha Lima Niner, Tree Niner contact center on 132.8. Good day.
132.8 contact for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner.
Going to 132.8. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner.
Getting very busy in this air section, having to do a lot of switching channels, but it makes sense. We're approaching the aviation hub of New Mexico, South America, Southeast America. Contact. Let's establish.
Center, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner, 16,200.
Snoot Sierra, Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner, center, altimeter tree 022. Radar contact, continue.
Continue, indeed. Do we need to switch to the next point of our EFB? Yes, sir. This is point Kilo Niner 2 Golf. And we're going to go ahead and maintain VOR and VFR flight until we hit it. It should be that town there to the left. That should be Kilo Niner Golf. Hey, Chirajit the car, thanks for joining in again. I seen you join last stream. I actually said hello. Embarrassing, but my mic has two ways to mute it, right? So I had the whole stream muted last night for like 4 hours. The stream was muted. How sad is that? I was talking. I was muting and unmuting my own mic, but the master mute on the controller was triggered. So yeah, last night I wanted to say hi last stream, and yeah, we were muted, unfortunately, so I hope you're having a great night tonight, my friend. Good to see you again. We're heading back up to Iowa today. We are about 2.5 hours away. 2 to 3 hours away, I suppose. Once we hit Vegas, it won't be as bad of a flight. But right here, when we're still in the high elevation areas with the mountains all around us, we gotta be on our shit. Close the cursor. There it is. To the right is the mountains of Albuquerque, the greater metropolitan area, along with the rising mountains in the distance. Hey, Chirji says good morning / good night. It's morning there. Fantastic. Here it is, it's about 8:17 p.m., so our night is just starting. While I would say good night, I would tell you good morning. Alright, let's get our heading set. We want to be to the right of point Kilo Niner, which is these lights over on the left. We're going to maintain probably heading 60. We're gonna... We can see it. I'm sure it doesn't appear very well on the stream, but there are the Vegas mountains there to the left. And they're highest towards point Kilo Niner 2. So they start high in the air, and they slowly slope down. So we are going to adjust heading 065, maybe 070, just to avoid the mountains. We do not want to slam into them, you know. Heading 066. 066 should be fine. We're going to maintain. flight level 167, 16,700 feet. Remove 1 point of trim, because we're climbing. This is about our route. We're gonna stay on heading 070 until we hit Vegas. Vegas is right over this mountain, right over there. We're not gonna be landing at Vegas, unfortunately. We do have a long haul coming up, but just bear with us now. Here we are, passing the Albuquerque Ridge. Sandia Mountains, Sandia, the Sandia Crest of Albuquerque. How lovely is that? We came flying in about 10,000 feet lower. And I believe when we came through, we actually went through that valley over there. So, what did he say? Read that back one more time, good sir.
Center, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er. I didn't copy that. Say again, please.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, contact Albuquerque approach on 126 decimal tree.
Contact 126 decimal tree, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
126 decimal tree for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
Call him up. So, here it is. We need to be smart. We can see the mountains rising to our left. We're just going to go as far to the left as is physically possible to save some time. I think this is about as good as it gets. Heading maybe 065. Could we make it to 065? Keep things nice and simple. There we are, heading 065. Level out those wings. Add 1 positive point of trim. Did we need to contact somebody? Albuquerque approach?
Albuquerque approach. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, 15,900.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, Albuquerque approach. Altimeter tree 021. Radar contact, continue. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er contact center on 132.8. Good day.
Alright, 132.8 for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
132.8. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
067. We can see the lights of Vegas rising right beyond the ridge of the mountain. Right beyond the mountain's ridge. If we can see the lights, that means we're higher than the mountain. So, we're going to go ahead and use those lights as our VFR target. Heading slightly northbound now. This right here is going to be our shot through the mountain. There we are, heading 062, looks like it. When we do that mountain shot, we'd like to be a little closer to 17,000 rather than 16,000 feet. So we're going to go ahead and let ourselves continue climbing. Tilt those wings starboard side because our heading is drifting. 060 is still okay. We'd rather not go below. Flight is going fantastic. 16,000 feet now. Again, all we gotta do is slowly, just barely, wheel the right wing over. I don't know if it's showing up on stream, but again, they're the lights of Vegas. And again, since we can see those lights, it does mean we are higher than the mountain. So again, let's just believe in ourselves. Another mountainous range right below us. Not the Vegas mountains yet, but well, it will be soon. Let's see. Las Vegas mountains are called the Spring Mountains, featuring the Red Rock Canyon as well as Mount Charleston, the Sheep Range and Las Vegas Range, as well as the McCullough Mountains to the south. Well, we're to the west of Vegas, so these must be the Spring Mountains right below us, featuring Mount Charleston and Red Rock Canyon. Vegas is rapidly approaching. We're not very far out now, I would suspect. Let's do a direct to 34 miles out from Vegas. We're actually going to continue climbing now, as we sit at 16,800 feet. We should have plenty of elevation to clear these mountains. But again, the Spring Mountains, we don't want to play. We don't play no games here at Snoot Airlines like that. We do want elevation just to clear these mountains. Heading 060. We can actually see some snow-capped mountains a little further north. Look to the right. Not much out the right, but to our left, a beautiful canyon. We got a highway system. A small little village down there. And below us is the greater Las Vegas area. Let's go. We hope everyone has a fantastic time gambling at Vegas. Yep, Vegas is our last obstacle, because once we hit Vegas, we are officially out of the mountains. And once we're out of the mountains, we don't really have anything to worry about. 17,000 feet now, we can begin to lose altitude by pressing -1 point of trim. Do we need to contact anybody? Hello. Tune to Albuquerque Center. Chicago Center.
Center, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, 16,700.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, center, altimeter tree 017, radar contact, continue.
Tree 017. I don't know why we're talking to Chicago O'Hare, but we're gonna make the best of it. Tree 017. Alright, Chicago. Since we're over the mountains now, we don't even need to hit Vegas. We're gonna adjust to our new flight heading. Heading 047, between 045 and 046, or 04050, pardon me. Heading 045050. Maintain. Level the wings. What's going on here? Add 1 positive point of trim. We're starting to get some winds coming off the mountains, I feel here. We're dealing with a bit of turbulence now. Set to 045. Level those wings. Minus 1 point of trim and see if we continue to gain. $15,920 slowly. Continuing to gain. There it is. There's a switch over. So we add that 1 point back because now we're falling. Heading is going to be set at 048, 047. Under 04, under 050, above 045. We have a VFR target in this snaking, winding road. Alright, let us maintain. Let's see if we can maintain. Again, I'm going to trust the craft here and take a quick lavatory break. Add 1 point of trim. Let's see how fast we can do this. Here's hoping we don't all die. I will be right back. Honestly, a bit nervous. I don't know how leveled out we are here. How leveled out are we? I'm gonna reel back on the throttle just a little bit. Let's go to 91.5. Set at 045.
Maintain present altitude.
Yeah, why are we on with Chicago O'Hare? Come on. What is going on? Let's just cancel these guys' flight following.
Center, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er.
Why are you tracking me, Chicago?
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er, center, cancellation received. Squawk 1200, frequency change approved.
Alright, let's get a real flight following.
Maintain present altitude. American Tree 182.
I have no clue how we got on the horn with Chicago. Hello.
Center, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er.
In fact, we're right outside of Vegas.
4 miles northeast of Kilo Lima Victor Sierra, 16,700. Request flight following.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree
Squawk
Center.
006 tree for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner. Let's do that.
Squawk 006 tree. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner.
Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner. Radar contact 6 miles northeast of Kilo Lima
Tree
Victor Sierra,
009.
16,600. Altimeter Tree 009er.
Tree 009, and then we'll confirm that. What did he said? That's just a Roger. Roger, Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner.
Roger. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niner.
We have overall level flight here at 16,500 feet. We are very slowly descending, but we have heading 046. If anything, it would appear that our heading may be slightly too north. 045. Let's change it. 045 is just a little too north. 046 is acceptable. Anything between 045 to 050 is okay. 047. There we go. Maintaining here 16,500. We're actually gaining, but no matter. Wheel back on the throttle. 91.0. Can we get 91.0? .6 is exactly where we were. Come on. .5. The speed is 212 knots per hour. Below us, we're going to go ahead and change. Anything on the radar, nothing. We'll just turn that off. Not even worried. Ahead of us, there's really not much out there. A very small light in the distance. We're going to use that as our VFR target. 046. We're actually going to want to go to the right of that. Alright, we're still in the mesas and the hills. The terraneous plateauous area, as they used to call it in ancient Latin. But as we go further, we will be returning to the familiar grasslands and prairies of the Midwest. Since we hit Vegas, we are now heading north. We'll be going north into Colorado instead of going to Kansas, I believe. KCAO, yes indeed, that's Colorado. Oh, no it's not. It's New Mexico. KCAO is New Mexico. What is KRTN Airport? Washington. Seattle. KRTN. Well, no matter. Let's fix our heading. 036 is far too north. We'll just go ahead and do a whole turn here. Even with a little bit of rudder. 046, we're back in line. 050, level out the wings. There we go. Heading 050. 16,000 and actually losing altitude. I believe we're ballooning, however. Watch as we go from losing to gaining altitude. And there's the switch. We are now gaining altitude. Of course, for most craft, when you balloon, you do want to apply forward yoke to attempt to stop that. We have a northward drift. Drifting port side. But no matter, we can go ahead and make small changes one at a time. Let's get back here on our pseudo EFB. What is the next point? The next point to focus upon. How far away are we? KULS, alright. So our little pseudo EFB isn't going to be much more use to us, I believe. Yeah, there's just 2 points left, and that's the point we left and the point we're going to. So, get it set on our final point as we approach. This is Iowa. You can see the Cedar River. Do we need to contact anybody? I think we're on the horn. We're being followed by Chicago, no less. No more, no less. My respect and props to the Chicago O'Hare ATC workers who are tracking flights as far south as Las Vegas. I hope you're getting paid. Whatever you're getting paid, it's not enough. 045. We don't want to go any more north than this. So we'll tilt the wings to the right so that we start drifting that way. Some local regional airports out to our right. Where are we? Here we go. KULS Airport is in Kansas. KCAO Airport is in New Mexico. So, here we go. New Mexico, Colorado, Kansas, and everything above that should be Nebraska and Iowa, I figure. There we go. Focused as it gets. With a comfortable heading and level flight. Snoot Airlines, thanks you for joining us as we are here at cruise altitude. We'll be right back. Hello, I return. Look at that. It only cost us about 30 points offline. It It only cost us about 30 points offline. Alright, let's get back online. Heading 037 and increasing. We're going to be monitoring the situation. Headquarters is calling us and letting us know that we may be calling today's stream a bit short. We're going to have to find out here shortly. We now have corrected our heading. 045, 046, 047. Here we go. Alright, indeed. So our plans has been set. Oh, Cheer G. Cheer G is asking, what plane is this? I'm glad you asked. We're right about to consider landing, Cheer G. I hope you see you for the next stream. This is the Pilatus PC-12. Not only is this the largest craft we've flown at Snoot Airlines, this is the highest we've ever flown. I remember last time you were asking how high we had flown. We're currently at 16,500 feet. However, we are going to prepare to land. Unfortunately, this was going to be a long-haul one-shot. We have plans that are going to prevent that from happening. So we're going to get a direct to this airport, 44 miles out. Cheer G says the cockpit looks cool. And I agree. The cockpit on this plane is beautiful. These 4 modern readouts here. Not only that, you have the sheepskin seat cover. I can imagine it's extremely comfortable flying this aircraft. Very sleek. It's a turboprop craft. It's very powerful. We're flying at 211 knots per hour. Beautiful craft. But yeah, let's not gush too much. We're actually going to adjust and prepare to come into land here at KCAO. Can we get a visual out of the right side? Looks like it is way off in the distance. A full 10-point turn along with rudders.
Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree. 9er contact Albuquerque Center on 127.85. Good day.
Yes, sir. 12.5 Albuquerque Center for Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Going to 127.85. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er.
Begin to cut back on the throttles. We now need to begin descent. -1 point of trim. And this is where the stream will be ending once we land here at KCAO. That's Kilo Charlie Alpha Orangutan Oscar Airport. That's Clayton Municipal in Clayton, New Mexico. I hope they're willing to take me. Let's go ahead and call them up. Get on the horn. First off, we need to contact Albuquerque Center, first off.
Albuquerque Center. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er tree 9er. 15,900.
Reel back our throttles a little more.
9er tree 9er.
Altimeter 3,000.
Radar contact. Continue.
Fix up our altimeter so we're ready to land. And what was that? Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar. Kilo, there it is. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar. There's not a lot of airports in this location. That's about 45 miles out, and there's only 3 nearby. Crazy. Calling them up. What does the ATIS have to say?
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar, automated weather observation, 0200 Zulu.
Altimeter 2996.
Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 4C, dew point, -14C.
Chira G says, imagine flying in complete darkness.
Alpha Oscar, automated weather observation, 0200.
Indeed, that would be absolutely terrifying. One of my first flights when I got this game, I spent about 2 weeks learning to fly the Cessna 152. Well, I wanted to upgrade, and literally just 6 or 7 days into playing the game, I decided to get the Piper. I was playing career mode, and they sent me out to Madagascar. So I had a night flight across the ocean from Africa to Madagascar. Or it was from one end of Madagascar to the other, so we crossed a little bit of ocean. But Madagascar, I suppose the way it's rendered in Msfs 24, and it must be in real life, there's not a lot of lights. A lot of it is forest, and there's not a lot of cities to see. So, in my first run on the Piper, it's pretty much a pitch black flight outside. There weren't any lights to guide. Not only that, the runway had no lights. It was a short field runway. So, absolutely awful. We need to start descending a little faster. Let's cut our throttles, and it should be fine. Just by cutting the throttles, I think we'll want to keep the nose up so that we don't start descending crazy. But yeah, at about 20 miles out, sitting at 15,000, 12,000, we should have room to descend here. Wind is blowing out of 213. That means it is likely blowing into east 10-7. So what kind of runway are we looking at here? 12. 12 is going to be our runway. Runway 12. Where is that? Close our comms so that we can zoom in. Runway 12. Where are we looking at? Runway 2. Runway 3 something? Here it is. Runway 20. Alright, yeah, we'll just fly, hit base, and then go downwind. So let's do it. We need to adjust our trim to descend. We're actually going to pull back on the throttles even more. Alright, we have it. Let's go. Continuing to descend 10,000 feet. We see in front of us a beacon guiding us. We're going to remove one more point of trim as we pull back on the throttles. Since we are preparing for landing, seatbelt on, no smoking sign is finally on. We need to go ahead and turn off the anti-ices. Pitot heat goes off. Co-pilot. Windshield heat off. Windshield de-ice off. Airframe de-ice off. Turn off the propeller de-icant. as we are going lower and lower, we are going to cut our throttles. Level out nice and easy here. All right, hooking. Cutting the throttles even more. Let's trim up. Contact the airport. We're taking runway 20. Full stop. Give ourselves a little bit of throttle now. Are we looking over the nose? We are. We're approaching downwind currently. Adjust or trim up. Adjust our speed down. Here we are. Nose up. Let's focus. Do we need to announce our calls? Downwind.
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar traffic. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er is on downwind. Runway 20. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
Engage first degree flaps. Tilt the nose up as we pull back on our throttle. Below us is our destination, so we begin our base. It's going to be a very short base. Absolutely fucked up. Announce base.
Kilo Charlie
Turn on the
Alpha
landing
Oscar
lights.
traffic.
Turn the
Snoot
taxi
Sierra
lights.
Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er is on base. Runway 20. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
Drop them. Drop the wings. Stall. We don't want to stall. Stall. Gonna have to do a go around.
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar traffic.
Lift the
Snoot Sierra
wings.
Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er going around. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
Lift the flaps. Keep things nice and slow and level and easy. We don't want to pitch up so crazy, so we're going to drop some trim here. Give ourselves throttle now. Look to the right. We're about to go crosswind. And announce it. Crosswind.
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar traffic. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima 9er Tree 9er is on crosswind. Runway 20. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
We need to get some distance crosswind. Last time we were far too close. Drop, 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 trim, drop, trim, drop, trim. Why are we so nose up? We should not be. Here we are. Keep things nice and slow as we come in. Crosswind. Go out about a mile. Boom, on to downwind. Let's announce.
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar traffic. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niners on downwind. Runway 20. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
Slow things down. Nose up. We're on a poor man's downwind. Here we go. Are we slow enough for flaps? Nose up. Flaps, there we go. We need to maintain this downwind. We need to go ahead and build some distance, some real distance. Entering base.
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar traffic. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niners on base. Runway 20. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
Give ourselves some throttle so that we don't stall. Where is it? Oh, runway. Look out, look out. Here we come. There it is. There it is. We can slow things down as we approach. We're on base.
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar traffic. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niners on base. Runway 20. Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
Here we go. I think I did go a little too far for final. Nothing to fear. I went way too far for final. Cut things down. Drop the landing gear. Cut the throttle. We're gonna turn our right approach into a left approach. We're not stalling. Second degree of flaps as we cut. Here we go. We are on final.
Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar traffic. Snoot Sierra Alpha Lima Niner Tree Niners on final. Runway 20 to land Kilo Charlie Alpha Oscar.
Drop that nose now. Here we come on a crab crosswind landing. Get ready, rudders. Level the wings. A rough landing. Hit the reverse thrust now. Hey, it wasn't pretty, but we managed to get this massive beast. Switch off that reverse thrust now. We managed to get the massive beast onto the ground. Can you believe it, Enzo and Diego? Zooming on in. What are we looking at? On the next right turn, we're just gonna take a right turn. There's no one to contact. There's no tower. There's no clear of tower. All they want us to do is contact Sky Harbor. And this is not Sky Harbor, so we're just gonna slow things down by riding the brake here. Hook it on slowly so that we don't flip over. At the hold short point. Is that a bus? What are you doing on the runway, brother? Oh, goodness gracious. There's so many.
No
Let's
takeoff.
Let's get around these fools. Look at that. Fantastic. Nothing to worry about. Keep things nice and slow and steady. Don't hit the building. Don't hit the building. Oh. A tiny little plane. Some gas there to the left. And here we are.
Gear.
Parking brake on. Let's go. We can finally, first off, put this bitch into low speed mode. That has been today's flight. It was originally planned for a one shot, but we're currently laid on over here. Let's go ahead and get our lights turned off. We will start by turning everything off, switching off our buses. Power is slowly being cut. There we go. Turn off the backup buses and the standby battery. Gotta unarm the standby battery. Turn it off. Come on now. It does not want to move. No matter, we can just cut the engine. It'll be fine. Cut the engine. Watch as our propeller spools down. We'll begin the deboarding process. Thanks everybody for watching Snoot Airlines tonight. We actually didn't have a, well, I suppose we didn't have a layover. So, yeah, Snoot Airlines would personally like to thank you for flying Snoot tonight. And we're going to hop out of the plane and begin unboarding as we run the theme song. Make sure you tune in to catch the last leg. Again, avoid the front of the plane while it's spinning down. We're going to go ahead and open up. Alright, well this has been Snoot Airlines rather. This has been the stream for the night. Laid over in New Mexico. We hope you're having a fantastic night. And we'll see you probably tomorrow.